When we talk about pain, we often talk about it like it's a stop sign, something that forces you to pull over, shut down, and wait indefinitely. We speak about pain as if it's a failure, as if it's proof that we've lost our way, that we've been abandoned by life, by people, or even by God. But I want to offer you something different. What if pain is not where the story ends? What if it's where the truth finally begins? You see, I've come to believe that pain is not a punishment. It's a catalyst. When life brings you to your knees, when everything you thought was secure falls apart, what you're really being handed is an invitation to become someone deeper, someone more honest, more open, and more aware of their inner strength than ever before. We live in a world obsessed with avoiding discomfort. We're told to be happy all the time. We're told to chase the light, stay positive, and smile through everything. But the truth is, real transformation doesn't happen in the sunshine. It happens in the dark. It happens in those moments when you don't know how you're going to make it to tomorrow. That's where something shifts inside of you. Not all at once, not loudly, but quietly, almost silently. That's where resilience is born. People often ask me, how did you survive everything you went through? And I tell them I didn't just survive. I became someone I never imagined I could be. And that didn't happen in the happy moments. It didn't happen when everything was going right. It happened when I was broken. When I was lying in a hospital bed, unable to move, wondering what was left of the life I used to dream about. That moment of absolute stillness, of helplessness, was the very moment I began to see differently. Because pain does something no other force in life can do. It clarifies, it removes the noise, it teaches you what really matters. It strips away all the masks, all the expectations, and reveals the raw, beating heart underneath. The person you were always meant to be, without the filters. And I want you to understand this: your pain is not a flaw. It's not a mistake. It's not something you need to hide or apologize for. It's sacred. It is shaping you, stretching you, and deepening you in ways you can't yet see. You may not understand the why right now. That's okay. Understanding often comes much later. Sometimes it comes in a conversation years down the line. Sometimes in a chance encounter or a purpose you step into that finally makes it all make sense. We love to ask, why me? But I think the better question is, who am I becoming because of this? Who is being born inside you through the season of struggle? What qualities are being carved out of your spirit? Compassion, courage, humility, faith. The answers may not be loud, but they are there. And every moment you choose to keep going, to keep breathing, to keep showing up, you are already transforming. Let's not romanticize suffering though. Pain is real. Loss is real. Grief is heavy. But we must also recognize that pain is not the enemy. It is a messenger. And often it's telling you that something inside you is waking up. Something that couldn't awaken in comfort. Something that only reveals itself in the fire. There's a Japanese art called kintsugi, the practice of repairing broken pottery gold. They don't hide the cracks, they highlight them. They say, this object has been broken. Yes, but it's more beautiful now because of what it went through. That's not just art. That's life. That's you. You may be walking through something today that you wouldn't wish on anyone. You may feel like the person you used to be is gone. But what if that version of you needed to be broken so that something more authentic could emerge? What if pain, as much as we resist it, is part of the path to becoming whole? Not perfect, but whole. We are not broken because we hurt. We are broken open by the hurt so that something softer, something stronger can come through. Vulnerability, wisdom, compassion, purpose. None of these things come without pain. They are born through it. And when you begin to see that, really see it, pain stops being something you fight and becomes something you work with. I don't say this as someone who read it in a book or heard it in a seminar. I say this as someone who has lived it. I've cried in silence. I've questioned why. I've sat in the dark, uncertain if I would ever laugh again, love again, or matter again. And what I discovered in that space is this: I was not dying. I was becoming. So, if you are hurting right now, if you feel lost, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the beginning of a new one. One that is richer, deeper, and more aligned with who you really are. Don't rush through the pain. Don't try to numb it or hide it. Sit with it. Listen to it. Let it shape you, but don't let it define you. Because one day, you look back at this chapter, the one you prayed would end, and realize it was the moment you finally found your voice, your strength, your purpose, not in spite of the pain, but because of it. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let that truth settle in your soul. You are becoming. And becoming takes time, tenderness, and trust. Trust in the process, trust in your resilience, and trust in the unseen hands guiding you toward the version of yourself you've always been destined to become.